a certain silence that only the future can make. A sound not of engines roaring, but of energy flowing, clean, instant, and relentless. And right now, that silence has a name: the 2026 McLaren Artura EV. McLaren once defined purity through noise, the shriek of a twin-turbo V6, the roar of hybrid torque filling every gap in the rev band. But the world has changed. This is not about simply keeping up with the electric age, it's about rewriting the meaning of performance altogether. And McLaren, as always, doesn't whisper when it returns, it strikes. The first thing you see is shape, razor-cut, fluid, aerodynamic. The Artura EV wears its lineage proudly, yet hides its transformation in subtle curves. The familiar McLaren DNA is still there, the teardrop cabin, the dihedral doors rising like the spread of a falcon's wings. But look closer, every surface is tuned for purpose. Every line, sculpted by air. And then you realize, this isn't evolution. It's reincarnation. Slide inside, and the silence continues. No drama, no clutter, just precision. The cabin feels like it's carved from a single block of intent, minimal, purposeful, beautifully balanced between technology and driver connection. Carbon fiber flows like liquid. The screens don't shout. They whisper information, crisp and intuitive. You sit low, cocooned, your fingertips resting on controls that feel mechanical despite being digital, a sensation McLaren engineers fought to preserve. Because emotion, they say, isn't made by engines, it's made by connection. Then comes motion. Instant torque, near zero lag, and power that doesn't rise, it detonates. Early estimates hint at figures near 900 horsepower, fed by twin high-output motors and a next-gen solid-state battery pack mounted low in the monocoque. 0 to 60, less than 2.5 seconds. But McLaren doesn't build for numbers, it builds for feel. So instead of chasing the absurd, it chases control. Weight balance, steering feedback, torque vectoring, all harmonized by new adaptive algorithms that learn how you drive and predict how the car should respond. It doesn't follow your inputs, it partners with them. The braking is equally surgical, a blend of regenerative and carbon ceramic control that makes every corner feel like choreography. And then there's the sound, or rather, the designed absence of it. McLaren didn't try to fake exhaust noise. Instead, engineers crafted a subtle acoustic signature, a rising harmonic tone generated from the electric motors themselves, growing with speed, almost like the whisper of wind bending through carbon fiber. It's mechanical poetry, written in electrons. Outside, the Artura EV carries new light signatures, McLaren's first to use adaptive photon projection, headlights that bend patterns on the road depending on how you drive. The tail lamps form a continuous line, a pulse that runs across the rear as you accelerate, like the heartbeat of the car itself. Every reflection on its body feels deliberate, sculpted to catch light in motion, not in stillness. Charging becomes part of the rhythm, too. With 900-volt architecture, it sips power faster than you expect, 10 to 80% in under 15 minutes. Range, close to 400 miles WLTP. But that's not the story. The story is that, for the first time, a McLaren can leave the circuit, cross a city, and return to the mountain roads, all without a drop of fuel, yet with every drop of soul intact. You begin to realize this car isn't screaming to prove something. It's whispering because it doesn't need to. It's the quiet confidence of engineering maturity, the calm after decades of combustion chaos. A machine built not to replace what came before, but to remind us why driving still matters when everything else goes digital. The 2026 McLaren Artura EV is not just the next supercar. It's a bridge between sound and silence, between past and possibility. It's proof that performance doesn't die when noise fades, it evolves. So when you see it glide by, no roar, no exhaust crackle, just the shimmer of light and motion. Don't think it's gone soft, think of it as the sharpest blade ever forged, now honed by electricity. This is McLaren's future, and it's silent only until you touch the throttle. Then, the world hears everything it needs to.